What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Aaileyah, and on this channel, we speak about all things fashion, entrepreneur, fashionpreneur, and how to balance being an online digital creator while running a business. In today's video, I'm going to be going into a very requested topic, and I'm going to be discussing the key differences between being an influencer and a UGC creator. And what are the pros and the cons of both sides? What are the advantages and the disadvantages? How you're looked at differently, brand proposals, and all of that. So if that is something that you're interested in, be sure to stick around. All right, guys, so I'm just going to dive right into it. Oh, yes, and new hair, who this? I really love these pearl earrings. Just kind of gives me like a little classy feel. But anyway, we're going to be talking about UGC creators versus influencers. When I first heard about UGC, I didn't even know what it was. I was confused. I was like, isn't that the same thing as being an influencer? What is the difference between being an influencer and a UGC creator? So just to start off and dumb this down so I don't confuse anyone, as you know, influencing has been around for a couple of years now. UGC came out about a year ago, and it basically stands for user-generated content. And basically the main difference between a user-generated content UGC creator versus an influencer is that UGC creators are supposed to come off more authentic than an influencer does. As an influencer, you are approached by brands as a personal brand, as someone who has an audience that they influence to already on a daily basis or however. And so with as a UGC creator, you are approaching the brand or applying for content as a user-generated user. That's the main difference from my understanding. And basically, it's really a benefit because if you think about it, a lot of people have not gotten into digital creation or become an influencer because they are intimidated by content creators, the bigger YouTubers, the bigger digital creators that have a large following. They feel like there's no room for them, there's no space for them. The industry is so highly competitive. So they never really attempt to get off the ground, or they're not very consistent because they don't feel like they're going to get to where those big creators get. I was one of them with YouTube. So UGC is basically like, I call it a bootleg influencer. Basically, anyone with any type of size following is eligible to become a UGC creator if they know how to engage and create visual, attractive content. Versus an influencer is somebody who can package themselves as a brand in a personal business and pitch brands, and brands can come to them and pitch for whatever quote that they want. And they get paid for the content, and they do as the brand requests them to do up under, of course, their influencer agreements. Well, with as a user-generated content, I don't believe that there is any kind of agreement. It's more authentic. So think of it as people that come on YouTube that were not influencers before this whole influencer stuff began. They would just come on here and talk about, oh my God, okay, the Just For Me relaxer, this is how it did my hair, it damaged my hair, this is like, they're just giving free reviews, right? That was user generated content. So basically UGC has been around forever. That's what YouTube is about. I mean, people coming on here giving reviews and free information. So in a nutshell, user generated content is not new. I think the terminology is just throwing people off. People come on here for years giving their reviews about products or goods or services. So that's basically what a UGC creator is. It's somebody who's gone out and bought something that has already did an authentic review or tutorial on that good or service, and they are posting it on a platform and things of that nature. So it comes off more authentic than somebody being approached by a brand saying, hey, I want you to use this Vanessa Pro flat iron, And this is not even a flat iron that you've ever used before. You probably wouldn't even purchase it yourself because of how much it costs. It's like a gimmick. It's like they want you, because influencers lie. Okay, bottom line. Everything that they try or put on or promote is not something that they would actually go out in the real world or purchase and buy. They have to hold a product, wear a product, use a product, whether it's hair care, skin care, food, whatever, and make it look good, make it look believable, and like, yes, go and get this. This is going to really grow your nails. I've been using it for like 3 months, and I don't know any other brand out there that has the best collagen for your nails. So make sure you go and buy Royal Gummies. Like, they are paid to act this way in front of cameras. So versus a UGC creator, I can go out and buy some gummies, hair vitamins, or whatever. I wasn't paid to do so. This is something that I'm just shopping and I buy and I like it, and then I do a review on it. That's user generated content. So it's more authentic. If I haven't lost you, I hope that you're still here so you can make it to the end of this video and gain the knowledge that you need so that you can become a successful UGC creator or an influencer, whichever bracket that you are right now, that you're in right now in your digital space career. So I just kind of wanted to describe the two. Now, I have done my research, and I will tell you that influencers are paid better. And that's only because they are considered a brand. Somebody that's got a 500,000 followers, 100,000 followers, or 2 million followers, they have a little bit more negotiation as far as what they want to be paid for the project. Whether it's a photo, it's a video, whatever it is that the brand is asking for, they have a little bit more negotiation there because they're a brand. They have built their status up. Versus a UGC creator, more likely, and I'm not saying that influencers can't be UGC creators, you can do both, but I think the average UGC creator is somebody who has a smaller following, not as big as the top influencers, and they are just trying to get into the business. And that is a route that I would tell someone to go if they feel like they can't get, to become a big influencer. Start off as a UGC creator and work your way up, build your platform that way. So I actually do appreciate them coming up with the UGC idea because I feel like it really does give content creators the opportunity to get into the business and not feel intimidated, like I said before, from the bigger influencers. So at least they can still get paid, not as much as influencers get paid, but they can get something, and some kind of experience and build their resume up and say, hey, I've worked with these brands. My content has improved, because it's all about improvement. If you don't have a big social following, some brands will still contact you. It really boils down to engagement, because there's people that have a lot of followers, but they don't have a lot of engagement. And so if it's $1 million brand that's contacting you and you don't have the engagement, but you have the followers, they're probably not going to work with you because they're going to see it as a risk and a liability to send you X amount of number of goods, and they don't think they're going to get a return on investment. So that is how I learned that, because I'm a brand as well and an influencer. So I get to actually see both sides of the world on how brands approach influencers and how influencers respond to brands. So I have kind of learned a little bit of both sides, but I definitely would say engagement is the number one thing. Now, as a UGC creator, you do need to have a media kit. A media kit is basically a resume of what you do, what niche you're in, whether you're in fashion, health and wellness, food, whatever your niche is. Your media kit is basically your online digital portfolio that showcases who you are, what kind of content you create, how you create content versus the quality, the engagement, the lighting. They need to see all of that. So you definitely need to get that done. You can get that done on Fiverr.com. There are millions of freelancers on that platform that will be glad to create you an online media kit, but that is definitely something that you need if you intend on pitching to brands, and also if a brand comes to you, that is something that you can forward over to them and say, hey, this is my rate for a post, this is my rate for a video, and thus forth. So that is extremely, extremely important to have. But you don't need to get that right off the back if you don't have any content, of course. Start working with brands, start getting requests from brands, start applying for things as a UGC creator, and build your resume up, and then choose from what you've done and create your media kit based on that. Of course, you can't create one if you don't have anything to work on. That is definitely my advice on how to get started as a UGC creator. I hope that that helps someone. I hope that that kind of cleared up any kind of discouragement that people were feeling about getting into the online digital creator space as a whole, because there are a lot of people who can see themselves doing it, but they don't know how to approach. They feel intimidated. They don't understand influencers versus UGC creators. They're like, okay, well, when do I need management? Do I need management now? How often do I post? Like, there's just a lot of things that go into online digital creation, and that will be for another video. But I just wanted to at least break down the differences between a UGC creator and an influencer. Now, I will do a separate video because I'm pressed for time in this video, but I will do a separate video actually going into my recommendation of at least 10 apps to start your journey on becoming a UGC creator. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you comment down below, and I will be making my next video catered to that based on this video. So I hope that everyone gained something from this. And I wish you well on your UGC creator journey or your influencer journey. I hope that this answered some questions. Make sure you put down in the comments box below any questions or concerns that I can answer for you. You can also email me. All of that will be in the description box. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, if it answered any questions for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.